All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. For the second consecutive year, the National League MVP race could come down to a pair of teammates. Last year, St. Louis Cardinals first baseman Paul Goldschmidt took home NL MVP honors, while his teammate, third baseman Nolan Arenado, was right in the hunt as he finished third, with the San Diego Padres third baseman Manny Machado being sandwiched right between them. Now, this time around, you can all but pencil in a player from the Atlanta Braves to be the NL MVP, as we don't know if it's going to be outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr. or first baseman Matt Olson. Now, Olson is in the midst of his finest season in his Major League Baseball career, as his 52 home runs, he went yard again today, and 129 runs batted in lead all of baseball, while he recently joined Andrew Jones as the only players in franchise history to hit 50 or more homers in a season. Now, Ronald Acuna Jr. is not to be taken lightly either, as with 66 stolen bases, he is on the verge of being the first Braves player since Otis Nixon in 1991 to steal at least 70 bases in a season, as he has taken full advantage of the new pitch clock rules around Major League Baseball, as well as the wider bases. Now, it doesn't stop there for Acuna Jr. You're also talking about a guy that is hitting 337, which is second in the National League, third overall in baseball, while he also has 37 home runs and 98 runs batted in. Now, overall, and I've talked about this recently, and I'll chime in again about it right now. The Braves have an embarrassment of riches on their team, and it's evident by the fact that they have the best record in baseball. And so far, they've been the only team to clinch their division in the big leagues. Now, for me, if you're a writer and you have a vote on this award, you really can't go wrong with either Acuna Jr. or Olson, but who's it going to be? I mean, you look at it like this. In my opinion, the ultimate winner is going to be the Braves in this friendly battle, because typically you want teammates to go out there and push each other. And I think right now, obviously, the thing that Olson and Acuna Jr. are trying to do is help the Braves win ball games. But at the same time, I mean, you got to be paying attention to see what's going on. You got to hear things here and there as far as like what's going on with this race, this, that, and the third. And to me, I just think it's, and from an outsider's perspective looking in, I think it's a friendly battle among teammates. Now, this wouldn't be the first time that we've seen this happen. Obviously, I talked about last year with Goldschmidt and Arenado in St. Louis. You think back to 1985 when Don Mattingly won the American League MVP and Ricky Henderson, his teammate with the New York Yankees, took third. Then with the San Francisco Giants in 2000, when Jeff Kent won the NL MVP and Barry Bonds was second. You think about 1971, where Johnny Bench won the NL MVP and Tony Perez took third. And of course, they were part of that big red machine that was so dominant for those Cincinnati clubs during the decade of the 70s. You think back to the great home run race of 1961 between Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris. And of course, that was the year where Roger Maris broke the single season home run record that had been established by Babe Ruth. But nonetheless, it was again another race or another battle, if you will, between teammates. I think, again, you really can't go wrong with either Acuna Jr. or Matt Olson at this point. I know that Acuna Jr. is day to day with that leg injury that he sustained last night against the Miami Marlins. But to me, that should not hinder him from having an opportunity to win this award. Both of these players make a very compelling argument to be the NL MVP. It's hard to not vote for a guy like Matt Olson, who has hit more than 50 home runs and driven in. He's on the verge of driving in 130 runs this season. But then you look at Acuna Jr. It's very difficult to argue with a guy who's hitting above 330 is on the verge of hitting 40 home runs, has nearly 70 stolen bases, and is driven in close to 100 runs while also scoring 135 runs and having 201 hits. So it's one of those where honestly, we haven't had a co MVP, I don't believe, since 1979 when it was Willie Stargell and Keith Hernandez. It wouldn't surprise me to see it happen again. Possibility of it slim because I think either way the writers are going to be compelled to give an outright award to one of these players. Again, both Acuna Jr. and Olson are more than deserving of it. It's kind of like 1 and 1A. It's like the flip of a coin to see who's going to get it. But like I said, this isn't all about an embarrassment of riches for the Braves. They've already wrapped things up. They're looking to take care of their business, obviously, in the postseason. And if the Braves can make another run at the postseason, I do believe that Acuna Jr., who was injured when the Braves went there in 2021, is going to have a say in it. And the same can be said for the thunderous bat of Matt Olson. But nonetheless, it's a friendly battle between teammates in Atlanta. And let's see who goes on to be NL MVP for 2023. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you are on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.